If you're looking for basement ideas and designs, then you come to the right place. And keep watching because I have 3 top things that you should consider when finishing your basement. The stairs. Not much to see here yet. We still need to finish the flooring on the steps, get some decor on the walls. Let us know if you got any good suggestions. But down to our basement, we have over 1,100 square feet of finished space. We love industrial, rustic style themes. So we kind of went with that with what we wanted. My son and I have been working on this for about 8 months. He's 15. And other than that, we've had the rough plumbing done. And that was done when the house was built about 8 years ago, the ceiling. All right, we went with a flat black paint for this. Exposed beams, which I think came out really well. I really like how everything kind of came together with this. At first, I've seen it done before, but it's always looked kind of tacky in some situations. Other situations, it works. I think for this style, it works really well. For the lights, I went with this LED can light, and I had to make a box for it because we do have exposed beams down here. And it's really cool because it doesn't have that bulky can that's on top of the whole thing. It really gives a nice sleek look. I also put all these switches on dimmers as well. So I did the same thing with the speakers. I created a box. That's how the box looks, exactly like that for the can lights. The gym. So what we have is the Assault treadmill. We have the bike. We have some freestanding weights over there. We got our TV. We got the mirrors. We got our squat rack. We also have our bench. We got extra weights over there. We also have that punching bag. Now, this is all I need to have a good workout. Now, we have this open space right here in case you're into the cardio and you want to do that. This is an open space where you got the mirrors to be able to get your workout in. All right, we're gonna start over here. Look at this window. We distressed all the trim, window trim, baseboard trim ourselves. You can look at all that. We started off with just plain pine wood and just started distressing all of this to kind of get it to the markings, the color, all that stuff to give that nice look. And it's very unique. No one else is gonna have something that looks exactly like this. So I really like that idea of being able to do things yourself. But we also put the treadmill right here and the bike right here. So that way, when we're jogging or running, we can actually have this window open and have a nice view of the pond. So that's the view that we wanted to have when we're actually working out. We have another window right here. Same setup, has a nice deep space to be able to set your drink. I mean, you can really set a plate there if you wanted to, but open this window up as well. All right. We ended up going with a 3/8 inch rubber floor for our gym. We love it. I was thinking that we needed to get something thicker, but it actually works out really fine for us. So other thing that we need to get is something to hang that punching bag. So I'm gonna be looking for that pretty soon. Also getting some decor items to put up on the walls because they're pretty bare right now. Right here, we wanna have a space to hang like jump ropes, some of the rubber bands. Right now we have them hanging on the squat rack, or a couple of them. We have some more that's in here in our cubby area. This was a nice addition, putting the cubby in here because it helps us put some of our stuff away. For the sound system, we have our Onkyo receiver. We went with 2 subs, one right over there on the floor and then the other one over there. The reason being is because when we were powering it with one, that sound was not getting distributed across the room because it was a wide area. That sub is a 10-inch Klipsch subwoofer. And then we have Klipsch wall speaker right here. And then we have 2 ceiling speakers. We have one right here and the other one's right here. And we have another one right here. And then we have this other one right up over here at the wall. All right, and that moves us to the rec room. This is just an area where we can have fun. We went with a ping pong table instead of, a lot of times people put pool tables. Sometimes you have that combo. I'm not sure what will you guys have in your rec room area, but we really like this space. We play ping pong often. We also have that nice wood wall, which I really love. That's an ETCHWOOD material. That's the name of the company that makes that. It's like 1/4 inch wall. It comes already distressed, so I really like that. You just put construction adhesive on the back and then use maybe like a brad nailer and kind of get that to stick on there. Our electric panel right here, this is what we're using to cover it up. We put a dartboard right here, which we really like. We also don't have this finished since we make wine, which I'll show you the wine room later. We get a lot of these corks, and what we're gonna do is have these kind of get glued all the way across, and it's gonna be all behind there. That's gonna be a nice design for us. But we have this to push close and push open, so that way we can access our electrical panel back there, and that works out fine. So we really like how that came out as well. Also for flooring, we went with a Shaw vinyl flooring for this, vinyl plank flooring. It wasn't too bad to install, but we really like the look of it. It has a nice feel to it for us as well. It's good for pets. We have 2 dogs, 2 boxers. So we really like how the flooring looks and stuff for that. All right, and that moves us to our bathroom. So again, some of that finished wood for that trim, for the door trim, all used pine for that. So I think it came out really nice. So we got a full bath in here. Let me step back so you can maybe get a better look at that. It's not that big of a bathroom, just enough to kind of get your essentials. We have a granite countertop for here. This is actually a vanity that was unfinished that came from Menards. We finished it, it's a cherry. Came out really nice. We got our shower in there, nothing special. This is pretty much the view from the other side in the bathroom. Not too bad. And this is the only place where I actually put drywall on the ceiling. And it was enough for me, because this was more than enough of a challenge for me. And we need to get some more decor items in here on the wall. So we want to get something clever for in there. But that basically wraps up the bathroom. And now we get to the family room. I originally did not think that this was going to come out the way it did. I really like how it came out, but what we have is the brick wall. We used the thin brick, 3/4 inch, and it came out nice. First time working with mortar, first time putting up brick as well, but I really like how it came out. We also have some more of the wood plank wall that's over here by ETCHWOOD, 1/4 inch, hanging up there with construction adhesive, brad nailer. That's pretty much it. They say be as random as possible when putting it up. So as long as you do that, it should come out well. That door has just basically storage in there. We actually have our sump pump that's behind there, so it's more of a little closet. Back there we have our LG subwoofer that connects to the LG receiver. I'm sorry, not receiver. Sound bar that's right there. LG TV as well. We had that. This is an older model, 65 inch, but great picture. It's nice for watching movies down here. Has a nice cozy feel. The dogs can chill down here as well. Got a crate over there and the bed over there, but really nice area. These lights dim in here as well. When I do catch my big fish fishing, I do plan to put that right there above the TV. I'm trying to think of other design ideas that we can put down here as well. If you got any suggestions, please put them in the comment, because I'm curious to see what I can also put down here. Moving on, we have the bar. So the bar is something that I pretty much created from scratch. Started with the framing of it and just went from there. If I come around here, you may be able to see some of that in here. If we look on the inside, it's basically 2x4s. I try to kind of cover them up as much as I could. It's not the typical way I believe that you, or that I've seen people create the bars, but it's the way I did it. I didn't have the proper tools to do some of the other cuts that they do with joining some of the woods, but this is what I came up with. I really like these lights that are here as well. Got like a nice industrial feel to them, as well as the tin that's put around there. All the wood that is on here is wood that I actually bought, put together, distressed myself, and then had it put on there. So it was a challenge, but we was able to get it done. I still got to get a couple things from out of this bar because there's still some things back there that I need to get, and also I need to finish getting that face plate done right there for that, and then putting doors on. I'm thinking about putting the doors that's going to be similar to how this is in the middle, and then some bordering around that to kind of complete that off. So that's another thing I plan on doing. Other than that, this is a utility sink, and usually people have like a smaller sink down at their bar area, but I make wine, and I'm going to show you the rest of this room in a second, but I need a big sink to be able to put some of the large carboys that's in there. So I have this big utility sink that I use. Since it's a utility sink, I don't have this connected because I need to figure out how I can have that securely on the counter as well. So if you got any suggestions with that, please let me know. All right, moving on from there, we have the wine making area, the wine making room. And this area is just for me to make my wine. I've been making wine since about 2008. Been doing it for a while. What we have down here is some wine that's actually ready to be bottled. I have Catawba right here, and then this is Concord. And again, up here I have some that's bottled, which is the Catawba. That's a Concord right there, and a couple other bottles. All right, as far as this bar, we did make this countertop as well using popular wood for the counters for this bar, and then also for the countertops for here we use popular wood. For all the other wood, like here, we use pine wood. Popular is a little bit harder wood, so that's why we went with that with the countertops. Really like the stain on there, dark stain for that. The cabinets that we use, again, from Menards, for those base cabinets, unfinished. We stain these with a lighter stain for that. It's a cherry wood that we have for those as well. What else in here? We got a couple of decor items. Pegboards are really good to be able to hang stuff. I got more things that I plan on putting up there, but for wine, I want to hang that and not have it just on the counter somewhere sitting out. You can have those things hanging up there. The area above the sink, I'm planning on putting some floating shelves up there. If I could, I think I want to have some of these bottles kind of get put up there. I think that'll look really awesome to have going up there. So another cool thing that I really like is this picture. Now you can't see it as well now, but let me go ahead and dim the lights. When I dim the lights over here, you can see how that picture is. It's really nice. It lights up in the back of those windows and even on that boat. Really nice view. So I like the artsy kind of feel of that. It has sort of a rustic, the wood trim on that matches the wood trim like that we have all throughout the basement. So I got this picture from my dad a while ago, and it fits this space really nice. Oh, with the lights dim, these lights that's right here over the bar, they give a totally different feel. So if I turn off these other lights and then try to go ahead and dim some of these other ones, it just makes it like a whole different kind of space. Let me back up so you can see how that looks. It gives a different feel for this whole area. It gives a nice, real cozy kind of feel to that. So I really like how these lights turned out. It makes this space look really nice. All right, let me turn these lights back on. All right, so I mentioned earlier the things that you should consider if you're trying to finish your basement. Number one, if you're considering doing work for the first time, I would say make sure you practice. I mean, I learned everything on YouTube and I saw how they were doing things, and I didn't start right off the bat just using a brad nailer. What I did is I got some scrap pieces of wood and seen how it worked. Also, if you're doing like plumbing or drywall or whatever it is that you're doing, trying to do mudding or something like that, get a scrap piece, tape it, you know, on a scrap piece, and then see how it works. All you have to do is see how it works, and then you'll learn what things work for you, what things don't work. The next suggestion I have is build things yourself if you can. Example, this countertop and then the countertop that's over there, I built myself. I actually thought of I really wanted something simple for it. I knew I wanted wood for this top counterpart for the bar, but for this countertop right here where the sink is, and also that back countertop, I was thinking something simple like laminate. I actually got a quote on getting this sink counter, just this one sink counter right here in laminate, and it came out to $450. And I didn't want to spend $450 on that. And what I ended up doing is going to a hardware store. Again, I told you I used Poplar for the wood on this, and I got all the lumber I needed, and it cost about $258. Put it together, made the cuts myself, distressed, did all this stuff, and now I have a unique piece that no one else has, and it looks great, and I did it myself. I'm not gonna say that it was easy, because it was a lot of stressful parts to it, but doing it yourself, I saved a lot of money. And I know a lot of people, when they're doing projects like this, they're on a budget, and it's okay to be on a budget, but you do that work yourself, you can get some good results. So that's the second step, or second suggestion that I have. All right, the third suggestion is think of how you're gonna use the space. How are you gonna actually use the space? Plan how you're gonna be using it, what you're gonna be doing, how the flow of things are gonna be. So with this gym was a perfect example. We knew we wanted a gym. We knew we had to plan accordingly. We wanted an exercise space, which we have right here, where we can do cardio workouts. We got the mirrors right there. We knew we wanted to have that. The TV so we can see that. We also put the speakers in, so that way we can have it and also have it connected. So that was a thought out idea that we needed to do. Another thing is this cubby space that's right here. We had actually a shelf that we had that had all of this stuff on it except for that receiver. And we didn't want to have that bulking out and taking up space on there. So we built that in so that way it cannot take up that space. And also this receiver has a plug in the back of it that's going through the wall, so that way the wires can run through that way, so we don't have a bunch of wires hanging. So that was something that was thought out. Along with that is the design and layout of this angled wall. At first, I had this wall going from this corner and it was going all the way up here, but then that was wasted space because now we just made it more open. If we had that wall go all the way over here, then that would close off that whole corner of that basement and take away the space. Now I know this isn't quite usable space, but it makes it more open for us, and we like that it's open. So if we got some people that's in the other room, we can see them and it makes it more open. And then from this side, you know, we can see all the way over in there as well. So that was a thought out process beforehand and trying to plan how we're gonna actually use the space. Check out the description because I put links to a lot of the videos that I watched on how to learn how to do the electrical work, learn how to do the plumbing, and just everything that I was kind of looking at and researching to figure out how to complete a project. Anyways, guys, I hope this video has been helpful. Hope it gave you some great ideas, inspired you to start your project. Comment if you have any questions below, and thanks for watching. Peace.